Hello there. It is day 5 of Brackeys Game Jam, I think. Um, I have yesterday. I've spent doing something I probably shouldn't have been doing all day long, but I don't know. I took it as a practice. Some days work out, some days don't. Um, so I've spent a lot of the day on just the character. I haven't done characters in a while, so they're difficult. They're not as easy, and if I were to do it again, I would have followed some tutorials or something around those lines to kind of remind myself how to properly rig, how to do topology patterns. I think faces are something that I haven't done before, and I've definitely struggled to figure out a way that I like. There's a couple of ways I know about, like, you create a texture, and then you use shader to kind of move the pupil around. I, I just felt like experimenting, I guess. So I had several different faces. If you see the video from before, you can see that there's totally different face. And yeah, I was just kind of trying things, and surprisingly, the day went fast and disappeared on me. So didn't do as much as I wish, but did some. So the face actually still doesn't really work well. So it's not really properly like rigged, as you can see. Like the one issue is just it's at an angle the way I've done my eyes, and that's a problem that I could have done better. And weirdly enough, in Blender, there's like options for constraints, obviously, and I've used those or experimenting with those. But then they break up or break down rather in the rigging phase, or like when I start animating it. So I don't know. It was like the face was kind of an issue. Um, I've done some animations then, so I was not trying to do animation here. I was just trying to like get to some faces. And let me get rid of this. It's like a surprise dude, it's like happy dude. And there's not as much expression as I would like again. So hence why I had this open, trying to do a little bit more with that. I think it's important for me to learn that because I like characters. I like to put characters in my games, and it's something that has been lacking, of just this expression that I would like more of. I have then done everyone's favorite walk cycle, which, since this rig is not IK, it is my own rig. Just because I wanted to practice, I didn't use like a Rigify or any of those like the ways you should probably do it, especially in the jam if you're in a hurry. Um, I just wanted to practice again, and then I didn't set up IK because, as I said, I spent the whole day on it. So I was like, oh, let me not spend more time on also setting up an IK rig. But honestly, I probably should have, because if I'm then doing an IK a movement, it's sort of a problem. And I know there's an option if you don't know there's an auto IK. It kind of works. It helps you a little bit, but not as well as a proper setup. Anyway, this is the animation of the walk. It's okay. Like, it's very wobbly. By design, I like, these are clones, so they're supposed to be a little dumb or a little like wonky. But some of it is intentional, some of it is definitely just me learning, rather relearning how to animate properly. So there's that weird like Frankenstein-y movement that, it works, but it's not perfect. It's far from it, if anything. But it was fun. I kind of had fun. I think I just depleted towards the end because I wish I had done more. I did bring it into Godot um, to see how it looks like in there. And I'll show you really quickly. So I put it on the character. It's not attached to like me moving, it's just playing the animation. So right now, kind of how, if I'm the clone as well, it's kind of what it looks like. And then others, I just put them on like a path, 3D to follow. And they're kind of doing their little loop here. Not that great. Anyway, I think today I'll try to do the essential pieces. So, I'll try to do some of the walls just to kind of take my mind off characters. But then I have to do, like, this guy's gonna be dead, so I need, like, eyes that are, like, crosses or something. I need the pointing animation, so I already have that. I just need to attach it to the controller. Same with the movement, right? They should be moving like this the whole time. And then do the actual game. So there's a lot, and probably not gonna finish everything I need, obviously, but I'll just keep chugging along. And I was even thinking this is kind of fun in a way of having a practice project for anything that's, I want to practice rigging and stuff like that. And I tend to attach it to projects that are then kind of abandoned and I can build up on top of them. Or think about it like an art style exploration project. And I think, or like a sketchbook, right? And I think I don't have that for a game, so I think this might be like a fun way of doing that because it's first person, it has that wonkiness to it, and the story I kind of build up around it might give space for whatever you want. It's kind of like a Rick and Morty-ish, anything goes in this universe, right? So I might turn this project into like a long term, just if I need to once a week practice something, I might just come back to here and do it here instead of in a project I'm trying to ship. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. As I said, not too much, but some work has been done. I will see you later.